Okay, hi, hello. We're back to the VP debate Google Mumuna campaign of NYC and Google Philippines. So we just had, I think, the third break for tonight's event, and so far, based on the debates that has been going on between the six candidates, I can say it's pretty interesting. Really, there are I can hear a lot of platforms and at the same time achievements that I've actually been looking for from the previous um, jobs, or let's say the previous task that they had as a public servant. However, let's start off with the first issue that was raised, which is corruption. Well, honestly, it was really good because most of them really somehow uh, addressed it in a way to promote transparency and at the same time, of course, accountability. So I think that's really a good point for them. And I also commend some politicians like Robredo for really pushing for such laws, specifically on accountability, because that's what the government needs: accountability between all the public officials, regardless from the lowest position up to the highest point. And second will actually be the FOI that were raised by Senator Escudero, and at the same time with other politicians, and of course increasing salary. That's Trillanes' answer to avoid corruption, because he believes that if the salary for government employees will be increased, it would actually be good. However, what really struck me most is that it's true, what we really need for to address the corruption is really a good laws. However, it's not really on those laws, but actually on the implementation on it, because I think for the past how many years it's not really that strong. So for me, it's one thing that struck me most for this issue is Cayetano's answer to it, because he said it's there was a question about what can be the best penalty for graft and corruption. It's true. I also agree with this one. It's not really basically only on the penalty, but on the certainty of being punished. Because, as yeah, one big example, it's Janet Napoles and other like Binay, Marcoses. They weren't totally punished at all. Yes, they were just may mga konting, let's say, penalties. There is one, but they're still there, and they're still at large. So if they're really the perpetrators for such issues, then they're not totally addressed. So it's really making sure that there will be more corruptions or corrupt people being in the jail at without any preferential treatment. So that's the best one. So in terms of judiciary reform that was asked before, medyo nag-stray off siya, but somehow it has a connection with the poverty reduction. Well, it's true. Somehow, I really agree with it, but it's indeed really need a lot of judiciary reforms for such, and protection for these judges not to be intimidated, because I think that's also one of the reasons why corruption is still existing, because there are judiciary officials who are somehow being bribed, can be bribed, and even some and at the same time can actually be killed in some cases. So as much as possible, I think that's really one thing that they should really look into. Next is, what was it? It's the political dynasty. Well, honestly, they always keep saying about being the authors of law. Yes, that basically is part of their achievement. But again, it's not really just only writing the laws. Filipinos are really good in writing plans, but the implementation should definitely be strong. So, if they really can address this, and I think medyo dehado sila doon kasi most of them come from political dynasties. So, medyo soft yung opinion. They are not really strong enough to do so. So, let's just wait for the 50 years if mangyayari yun. So, HR or human rights abuses, well, I think, um, again, it's still always on the implementation. So, there are still unresolved issues about Marcoses and so on, about the claims na hindi pa na-receive ng mga HR claimants or ng human rights claimants, but this is true to every areas. Dapat actually magkaroon ng really enough, let's say, core group perhaps in solving this one, because it's still going on around. So it's basically implementation. It's always be implementation. So, and lastly, I'm somehow disappointed with the same-sex marriage, because all of them said no. Well, in fact, I think that's a good way for them to liberate the LGBT community. So at least somehow makakomment ko that we're really getting there, but sana mas mapaigtingan yung same-sex marriage, because it will definitely help LGBTs raise for their rights at the same time. So actually, medyo mahaba na. I'll just look into again for the final round of the debate, and then I'll give you my third part for it and my final opinion for the overall debate for tonight. So see you around.